Okay.
Okay, guys, and good morning and welcome to Family Fridays on environmental social justice. I have the Aguila family today. I have known Kari Aguila for many, many years. She's a hydrogeologist, a published author, and she has her three children, of whom she will introduce right now.
Yep, I'm Kari. Thank you so much, Wendy, for having us on today. These are my kids. This is Rowan. Rowan is 12. He is in 6th grade this year and is brilliant, awesome, probably the handsomest kid you're ever going to see. This is Marin. Marin is 14 and she's finishing up her 8th grade year this year. So looking at high schools, very exciting time, also brilliant. And then Skylar is 10. She just turned 10. She's in 4th grade and also pretty brilliant. Pretty brilliant. Yeah.
And all of your kids are not only brilliant, but extremely talented. You have very talented children. I can say that because I've witnessed it. But, one of the things with environmental social justice that you and I have talked about is we're trying to educate people on the environment and climate change and sustainability, and that it's okay to not know everything.
Right.
We're all trying our best here. We're all trying to learn. We're all, some people just may not know certain things. So what I want to know from your children, who are all brilliant, what are you guys learning in school about the environment and climate change?
In 6th grade, in each year of middle school especially, we do different units in science per each 3-month period about. And in 6th grade, one of the really big ones that we learn is environmental science.
Yeah.
And that's mostly focusing on ecosystems and how they work, but our science teacher definitely works in stuff about environmental social justice into that as well.
Because my science teacher is also like my religion and community teacher, so she is into stuff like that.
Yeah, it's an interesting perspective. They really try to wrap up, social justice is part of environmental justice, so we can't profit off the suffering of others and consider that a viable way to survive.
I love that. I wish they taught that when we were younger because it was sort of a rude awakening when all of a sudden you realize, oh, wait, life isn't fair. I understand life's not fair, but this goes to another level of just inequality that should never have even existed.
Right.
So with your children, what would you guys like to see change? If you could pick like 1 or 3 things that you could just say, I want this to change right now, what would you choose?
I think a big one for me is definitely awareness. I've talked to some people about climate change before, and I feel like one of the big things that they usually say is, oh, well, they've been saying that this is a big deal for kind of a while now, and it's not been doing anything. Like it's just been staying the same when it's really not. And so I think if more people could acknowledge that, then we could definitely start taking more steps to make things better again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I mean, that is so true. So my parents' generation have said to me, we've been hearing about climate change since the 70s. Nothing happened. It's a big hoax. But the reality is things have happened. It may not be happening in your individual bubble or, your immediate environment. But the rest of the world, we have flooding, we have storms, our wildfires are out of control, surges are out of control. So these are happening. Change is happening. So what can you guys do? And Skylar, I'm gonna have you chip in. You've been a little quiet. What can you do to help? I know you guys do a ton of gardening and you do lots of things at home. What is it that you would like to just get going? Because now it's springtime. What can you do to help?
Well, I really I like to walk a lot, so
Excellent.
I would like to walk a lot more.
I love that. Walking is great.
Yeah, we live in a great neighborhood. We're not out in the country, so it's easy for us to say, oh, we're not going to drive to the store, we're going to walk. So it takes us a little extra time. We walk to school and we can walk to the zoo, we can walk to a bunch of parks. So especially this last year with COVID stuff, we've really invested in acting really locally,
I love it.
And honestly, there are times when I go 2 or 3 months without filling up the gas tank. And I know not everybody can do that. And there are cities like Los Angeles where you drive everywhere, or if you live in the country, you have to drive. But I think if more people who had the ability to walk and to stay local would, I think that would help.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. I love the fact you're staying local, because right now that's so important with the pandemic going on, as small businesses are suffering.
Mhm.
And we have reached our 5 minutes, but let me close out with one little thing that Kari's not expecting me to talk about. And that is, she's a brilliant author. She wrote a book called Women's Work. And if you want to talk about inequality, and this is about, post World War III and women dominating, and it doesn't go as planned. So I highly recommend the book.
That's for sure.
The follow-up, Running Ragged, is also very good. But Women's Work, that was awesome. That was a great book.
Aww.
So thank you guys. Love you all. And hopefully we'll be able to see each other in human form sometime again very soon.
I hope so. Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you.
Of course. Take care, guys.